Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ochuku TV, and my name is Moses Utieno. We are gonna focus on what's trending, and we're gonna look at what are these issues that are trending in the 254 and also globally. Of course, we have the World Cup, and there are so many of it. There are matches going on, and the World Cup is there. You can place your bets and so on and so forth and etc. And there's an issue that was trending, and I think it was one of the fictitious news. It was fake news, where a doctor was claiming to have poisoned Raila Odinga, to have been given money. It is alleged that there is an Indian doctor who is saying that he was paid dollars to ensure that he poisons Raila Odinga. So that was really shook waves, where the Indian doctor, it's alleged, actually I got it from TV 47 and Radio 47. It was an article where a doctor alleged that he was paid to poison Raila Molo Odinga. And that is something that we are closely looking into. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's trending? What's trending? Of course, we have Linda Mwananchi planning to hold their rally at Thika. Linda Mwananchi are going to hold their rally at Thika, and it has been confirmed by none other than Edwin Wetenya Sifuna. Sifuna has confirmed it, that they are going to hold a rally at Thika. That is what is trending this morning. That is what is trending this morning. Also, Linda Mwananchi are going to accompany themselves with, of course, James Orengo, Edwin Sifuna himself, Caleb Amisi, Babu Owino, Richard Onyonka. Many leaders are going to accompany Edwin Sifuna at Thika, and they are going to hold a rally tomorrow on Sunday. And Edwin Sifuna has welcomed all Kenyans from all walks of life to ensure that they attend the Thika mega rally, where they will talk about issues to do with the high cost of living, issues to do with the budget and the intrigues around the budget. And by the way, let me just ask you, the budget that was just read by the CS for Treasury, is it actually a good budget, or it is going to, burden Kenyans or choke Kenyans? Because a docket like the Interior Ministry was, awarded over 500 billion Kenya shillings, among other ministries. The education docket or sector received the highest budget, and so on. Princess Truck, I am right inside 254 Kenya, and it is superb to talk about some of these things that are now affecting our country day in, day out. All right. Can you wish my brother happy birthday? His name is Punkas Bechanega. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Bechanega. Happy birthday to you. That is all the way from India, if I'm not wrong. Happy birthday, Punkas. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for the follow. Princess Truck, what's going on? A civil war? No. Kenya is not at war. Kenya is not at war. The cabinet minister for finance just a day ago read the national budget, and the budget was not that favorable to common citizens, favorable to ordinary citizens, and therefore it was, the kind of budget that wasn't good for the ordinary wananchi. And so, all the way from India, thank you so much for watching this show. This is your show, not mine, because it is focusing on all the issues around this country, around Kenya, around the world. And right now, I hope that many people are placing their bets on different teams. Yesterday it was Canada and many others, and of course we are closely following the issues of the FIFA World Cup. Another issue that is trending this morning is the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta, Rigathi Gachagua, Justin Muturi, James Orengo met at an undisclosed location, and the discussion, or what they discussed, remains scanty for the public, remains a matter of scrutiny, because we don't know what James Orengo, Uhuru Kenyatta, Justin Muturi, Rigathi Gachagua discussed, and we just hope that they discussed matters to do with the political formations and political coalitions across the country. The question is, will Uhuru Kenyatta remove or oust William Ruto in matters election? That is an issue that we are following. That is an issue that we are closely following. My name is Moses Otieno, and this is Ochuku TV, your number one online channel focusing on trending issues across the country. Good morning, good evening from wherever you are, good night, because we are living in different parts of the world, and days and nights are not the same. Okay. Another issue that is taking center stage is the issue of course, the country's status, the status of Kenya as a country. And we are talking about the odious debts that Kenya government has. The odious debts that Kenya government is owing the Western countries, is owing America, is owing even the World Bank. And how we expected a budget, we expected a national budget that was going to address the odious debt that Kenya is facing. And that is the budget that we expected. We expected a budget that was going to deal with the expenditure, the overall expenditure. We are expecting a budget that was going to focus on different issues pertaining the economy, the excesses in the government, and many things that Kenyans were expecting out of the government, the budget that John Mbadi read. But however, that one was never witnessed. That one was never witnessed. From wherever you are, tell me something that is trending. We've just celebrated a birthday. Today is Punkas Bechanega birthday, and I'll sing for him again. Let me put on my computer. Sorry, my phone has almost fell down, but sorry for it. Hi bro, Rosemary Roberts. Hi to, how are you doing? I'm doing well. Good morning from wherever you are. Good morning. Let me know from your side. Let me know how are you doing. Let me know from your side how are you doing. Let me know from your side how are you doing. Hi too. I do hope you are fine. Where are you coming from? Yeah, so that is it. That is it. That is what we have for now. That is what we have for now. We are looking at what is trending across the country and across every sector. I think tomorrow we'll also have another show like this. For now, I want to recharge my phone. I want to recharge my phone. I want to recharge my phone. By the way, my phone is almost going off. I want to recharge it. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Name them. I'm all the way from Kenya. I'm very grateful that our brothers and sisters from India are watching us. We are being viewed live from India. We are being viewed live from Spain. We are being viewed live from Denmark, live from Kenya, live from USA, live from Vietnam, live from Tanzania, live from Luxembourg. Thank you so much. It is not for granted. It is God Almighty. It is a very huge honor that you people follow me. I'm very happy. I'm very grateful, and I'm really happy to have this kind of audience. It's not happening to everyone. It's happening to me. Thank you so much. I value you. I love you. I always hold you in high esteem, and that is what is there for me. Let's focus on another issue that is trending. If there is any, you can let me know in the comment section. Meanwhile, I have like 2 minutes, then I cut this live. I charge my phone, then I'll come back like boom. Alright? That is it. My name is Moses Otieno. Get me on Facebook as Mose Otieno Kumu. And also get me on TikTok at Chuku TV 2. And also Radio Chuku 1. Get me on X at Ajay Moses. And it is a superb way. I'm feeling hungry. I've not taken anything. I just want to go and take breakfast, then come back, do some small work after this engagement, then we call it a day. Okay? I've not taken anything anyway. The other time I received some dollars from a friend of mine from Denmark, and it was awesome, it was good, and I really loved it. Oh, sour. I'm forgetting this thing. Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu went to Russia, and she decided to communicate in Swahili. That was a very huge and big gesture. Communicating in Kiswahili, something that many African presidents don't do. So Samia Suluhu, the Tanzanian president, went ahead and communicated in Kiswahili or Swahili. And Putin had to look for translators so that he could get what Samia Suluhu was saying. And Samia Suluhu actually made Africa proud. We want African presidents to speak their languages, their local languages, when they go to international or other countries. There is this attitude where African presidents don't want to speak their local or languages. They speak English like I do. But Tanzanians, they don't know English.
So President Suluhu decided to speak Kiswahili because she understands Kiswahili. And people were like, we are proud. But Suluhu ought to have, should fix a country apart from ranting using Swahili language and asking for donations which do not benefit Tanzanians. So what is affecting us, Africa? What is affecting Africa is actually greedy leaders. Africa is being led by greedy leaders and cowards who cannot challenge issues of the economy and issues of democracy and rule of law. Africa is led by fugitives. Africa is led by corrupt leaders. Africa is led by puppets who cannot solve governance issues back at home. And that is why we are having it wrong in Africa. African leaders, it's not a matter of speaking Swahili or native languages. It's about doing what the French did in the 18th century, the French Revolution. It is about doing what Singapore did in 1976, the Singapore Revolution. It is about doing what the Americans did in 1776 after independence. It is about doing what the Saudi Arabia did, what the Qatarians did in solving governance challenges. Africa is about coming together. And so, the fact that Samia Suluhu spoke in Swahili, yes, it is about showing the leadership attributes that Ibrahim Traore is showing of Burkina Faso, and not yapping about speaking Swahili or whichever language, or Yoruba. It is not about speaking the native languages in foreign countries. It is about fixing poverty. African leaders are a joke and an insult to the people they lead. African leaders are stinking to the core. African leaders are leading in corruption. African leaders are leading in tribalism and ethnicity, and not fixing the issues of governance. African leaders are ashamed. African leaders are international embarrassment when it comes to development, when it comes to eradicating poverty. African leaders are the greatest contributors to inflation in Africa, to poverty in Africa, to underdevelopment in Africa, to low self-esteem among Africans. I could not stomach William Ruto, for instance, going to Norway, telling the Norwegian government that Kenyans need a ship operator. Yet we have Kenyans who are learned, Kenyans who are engineers, Kenyans who are scientists, Kenyans who are unemployed, Kenyans who are vulnerable, Kenyans who are tired with the odious international debts. And so, African leaders must rise to the occasion and be like Ibrahim Traore. African leaders must rise to the occasion and be like the late Magufuli if we are to build a robust African continent. It was embarrassing for America to reject a Somalian who wanted or who was qualified to go and referee a World Cup match. Very embarrassing that a Somalian, very embarrassing that a Somali, very embarrassing that an African was denied entry into America just because Americans did not like him. And nobody, no president, no leader, no African, talked about the whole issue. We are saying African leaders must pull up their socks. Must pull up their socks. And let me repeat, African leaders must pull up their socks to ensure that we develop Africa. That is what we want. That is the Africa we want. We do not want an Africa where the corrupt can't walk, where dictators can't walk, where we, experience civil wars, where an Africa where we have, leaders subverting the rule of law, leaders mutilating the constitution, leaders, oppressing the very vulnerable, the needy, the citizens. As we speak, African leaders are watching America bullying Congo. African leaders watched when America and French were destroying Libya. African leaders have watched when the French are busy mutilating the constitution of Senegal. African leaders have watched when Ibrahim Traore is experiencing all the bullying from French and America. And African leaders must unite. It was embarrassing for Kenya to send our troops to Haiti to go fight fellow Africans. Very embarrassing. It was embarrassing for African leaders to keep dumb and mum when Ibrahim Traore was facing all kinds of mockery from the West. Africa must unite. Africa must be together. Africa must champion for one currency. Africa must champion for one language. Africa must be like the United States. And we must, come out and say we want a United States of Africa. Africa is not looking for a leadership that tells us that they are going to look for jobs abroad. We want jobs created in Africa. We want industries to be built in Africa. We want infrastructure to be, established within Africa. We want development in Africa. We want African banks and financial institutions to thrive in Africa. That is the Africa we want. Copy-pasting Western countries must come to an end. And that is why this morning I want to assure you guys, ladies and gentlemen, that we still have a space in Africa. That Africa is a country of endless potential, and that is why I want to take this opportunity from wherever you are, be it Nigeria, be it Burkina Faso, and I'm very proud someone is coming from Burkina Faso to, witness this kind of historic speech, and it is historic in that nature. Otherwise, my name is Moses Otieno. We champion for a united Africa. We champion for an Africa where nobody will, come and tell us what to do as Africans. But foremost and first, Africa must stop complaining. Africa must use the vast resources that it has to develop herself. That is what Africa must do. Africa must stop lamenting and wailing. Africa must rise up to its knees and solve the challenges pertaining to poverty, infrastructure, disease, corruption, among many other diseases that rock us as a country. And that is why I want to take this opportunity to encourage you from wherever you are, from all your working provisions, to challenge the status quo, to reject dictators, to reject leaders who want to thwart the democratic processes across Africa. Africa must stand up against the many challenges that we are faced with. The many intruders from the West, from China, from Arabs. Africa must chart our own ways in ensuring that we move on as Africa. Otherwise, may God bless Africa. This is Uchuku TV, and my name is Moses Utieno. Until next time, we are live from Kenya. I'm live from Kenya. Goodbye for now. Thank you so much.